Yeah, but in whose interest is it then? Pardon me to button.
No, it's for their own interest.
What about the report that they did? I don't know if it's based on the benefits of research, where the report credited to former American ambassador that 2015 may not be a good year for us. So, in whose interest is that report economically?
No, economically, it's for their own interest. One, the oil will stop flowing, and they have to support where the oil is, to protect the oil. All they're interested in is to protect the oil. And don't forget that what Robert Kaplan said in his book, The Coming Anarchy, and his prediction has just happened in Ivory Coast. He said that Nigeria's problem will not be necessarily Niger Delta. And he pointed at Jos for certain reasons. And we have seen Jos refusing to calm down. So all those things, and what the Americans are interested, and don't forget, when the Civil War happened in the 60s and all that, the United Nations was only interested in sovereignty of nations. But that has changed now. The UN is only interested in self-determination. If you make so much noise that, hey, we want to determine our livelihood, our own investment, they will listen to you. And that's why you see all the breakups in the former Soviet Union and other European countries. I think the trend now is smaller is better. And the UN is all open hands to say, and I know that a senior colleague of mine told me one time that a UN official told him that, hey, we're still waiting for Nigeria to welcome more countries out of Nigeria.
That seems contradictory somehow. Sorry, Mark, but because in Europe, for instance, they're talking about the EU and coming together. If you have the EU, you can do business anywhere.
Yeah.
So why does that seem contradictory?
No. Countries are different, coming together different.
Based on economic purposes.
Yes. We can, have our own different countries, but still cooperate economically. So the major thing is economic interests.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so you find that, yes, the American predictions and all that about 2015 not being a good year for us, maybe what is going on now, if we allow it to. Because as things are going on now, it's like Nigeria is heading south to Somalia.
Whoa.
In 2006, we had the scenario planning at Obudukato Ranch, where we invited some group, business executives. We took them to Obudukato Ranch to draw up a scenario, and look at Nigeria in 25 years, 2025. Where is Nigeria going to be? And we came out with 3 scenarios. One is we could head south to Somalia. Another is that we could have a benevolent dictator, similar to Singapore. Okay? And, yes. And again, the third scenario could be that we have a business-minded leader that could turn around things. And we have seen from different elections that we have had that we are far from having such. And we're fast running out of options. Now, the military coup is no longer fashionable. So nobody can actually, in the international community cannot even welcome a military coup. And then the kind of democracy we are running, you see, is putting us into more trouble. And I keep saying that poverty and liberal democracy that we tend to practice don't mix together. Nigerians are too poor to understand what democracy is all about. And then the kind of politics, the brand of politics we play is very dangerous. For us, yes.
Sulaiman raised an interesting point when he was asking you about, he was saying something about people moving from the north to the south, because of business opportunities. Are you afraid about any lopsided developments, especially in the light of this spate of bombings?
Of course. In that way, at the university, we organize programs which some people came from Maiduguri and other places. Just by hearing that word from Maiduguri, say, Boko Haram, I hope, let's search you very well. To some participants in the classroom. So it's already having an impact business-wise. The economy, they don't know what they're doing to those cities and places. Because the economies, there will be it will be lopsided, not just...
Are you saying that such stigma, so to speak,
yes,
will affect us economically?
Of course, because one, they move south. Where business goes where the environment is seemingly okay. And again, it goes for every threat, for every problem, there's always an opportunity. You find people who are already moving into those places like Maiduguri to do some other business at the risk of their lives.
Yeah, but this is another interesting perspective,
Yes.
because there are those who may ask themselves, are there people who are actually researching into this matter, in the sense that, what do these guys actually want? If they're throwing bombs here and there because you're going to scare off investment into that place,
Yeah.
is that what they want? Now, if that's not what they want and that happens, what can be the next step? So, and then the international community, how are we perceived? How may we eventually react to all of this? So,
Yeah.
it's going to likely blow up in their faces, those who are planning it?
No, you see, because the thing is this, one thing the government has not been able to do is to be decisive in their destiny. When the Boko Haram issue started, it was like targeted against the then governor, you know, to discredit him and all that.
Political.
Political. It has taken a larger political dimension than, you know, it was before. Now, the governor has been removed, but they're still saying, look, it's like they want attention. They want international community to say, okay, look, we are. And that's why they bombed the UN building, to get international community attention. So we have, you know, we have a reactionary, you know, our government is sometimes, most times reactionary. They react to things when they happen, but they need to be proactive.
Prof says that we seem to thrive when challenges come our way.
Even
we pull together and somehow we make a headway.
Yes, even as individuals, we react when we are put under kind of pressure. That's why some pressures are good. Even organizational stress is sometimes good that we have it, so that it will begin to make you to think. But should we always be doing that?